Nassim Nicholas Taleb's Fooled by Randomness is a thought-provoking exploration of the role chance, luck, and randomness play in human life, particularly in financial markets and decision-making. Taleb critiques the human tendency to underestimate randomness and overestimate personal skill or deterministic explanations for outcomes. This book, the first in his Incerto series, introduces key themes that he expands upon in his later works, such as The Black Swan and Anti-Fragile. The central premise, recognizing randomness. At its core, Fooled by Randomness challenges the notion that success is always the result of skill, effort, or intelligence. Taleb argues that much of what we attribute to these factors is often the product of luck or randomness. By failing to recognize this, people misinterpret events, make poor decisions, and develop overconfidence. Taleb uses examples from finance, history, and everyday life to demonstrate how randomness influences outcomes. He emphasizes that humans are biologically and psychologically predisposed to see patterns where none exist, leading us to draw erroneous conclusions about causality. Key themes and concepts. 1. Survivorship. Bias. One of the book's central ideas is survivorship bias, the tendency to focus on successful individuals or outcomes, while ignoring the many failures that go unnoticed. Taleb explains this with a simple example from financial markets. We often celebrate successful traders or investors without recognizing that many others, equally skilled or more so, might have failed due to bad luck. Illustration. Imagine a pool of 1,000 traders. If each has a 50% chance of making money annually, a handful will achieve multiple consecutive years of success simply by chance. These individuals may then be lauded as geniuses, even though their results are indistinguishable from random luck. 2. The role of luck versus skill. Taleb differentiates between activities governed by skill and those governed by randomness. In fields like chess or athletics, skill dominates, and success can be attributed to talent and effort. In contrast, financial markets or entrepreneurship involve significant elements of randomness, making it difficult to separate skill from luck. Key insight. Even skilled individuals are subject to randomness, but the less skilled often mistake random success for genuine expertise. 3. Narrative fallacy. Humans are natural storytellers. We construct narratives to explain events, often oversimplifying or ignoring randomness. Taleb calls this tendency the narrative fallacy. For example, people might explain a stock market rise by citing strong economic indicators, ignoring the possibility of randomness or external shocks. Implication. Our need for coherent stories blinds us to the true complexity of events, leading to flawed judgments. The Monte Carlo simulation. Taleb frequently refers to Monte Carlo simulations, a mathematical method for modeling randomness to explain how chance operates. He encourages readers to think probabilistically and recognize that even improbable events can and do occur. Application. In finance, Monte Carlo simulations can model potential investment outcomes, helping to assess risks that might be underestimated if randomness is ignored. 5. Path dependency. In random processes, outcomes depend on their specific path, not just their end state. For example, a trader might achieve substantial wealth, but only after enduring a series of near bankruptcies. Ignoring the path obscures the risks involved in reaching the final outcome. Example: a company might look like a success today, but its history of close calls reveals how precarious its position truly was. Psychological biases and randomness. Taleb delves into several cognitive biases that exacerbate our inability to recognize randomness. Overconfidence. Bias. Humans tend to overestimate their abilities and knowledge, particularly in uncertain domains. In finance, this leads to excessive risk-taking and an illusion of control over unpredictable outcomes. Hindsight bias. After an event occurs, we believe it was predictable or inevitable, ignoring the role of chance. For instance, a financial analyst might claim they knew a stock would rise, even though their prediction was no more than a guess. Anchoring. People anchor their expectations to specific numbers or outcomes, even when these are irrelevant. In random scenarios, this bias distorts decision-making. Burst confirmation bias. We seek evidence that supports our beliefs and ignore contradictory data. In the context of randomness, this leads to reinforcing false assumptions about causality. While randomness in financial markets. Taleb uses his experience as a trader to illustrate how randomness dominates financial markets. He critiques the reliance on models that assume markets are rational or predictable, arguing that these models often fail to account for black swan events, extreme, unpredictable occurrences with massive impacts. The lucky fool. Taleb introduces the concept of the lucky fool, someone who attributes their success in financial markets to skill rather than luck. He warns that such individuals are prone to catastrophic failure because they underestimate risk and overestimate their control. The fallacy of forecasting. Forecasting in financial markets is notoriously unreliable, yet people place immense faith in analysts' predictions. Taleb likens financial forecasting to astrology, arguing that it is largely based on guesswork disguised as expertise. Philosophical reflections. Beyond finance, Taleb explores the broader implications of randomness in life. He draws on Stoic philosophy, advocating for resilience in the face of uncertainty and the acceptance of events beyond one's control. Stoicism and randomness. Taleb admires Stoicism for its focus on separating what is within our control from what is not. He advises readers to focus on minimizing exposure to negative randomness while maximizing opportunities to benefit from positive randomness. Practical advice. Build a robust life strategy by avoiding catastrophic risks and embracing opportunities for asymmetric gains, where the potential upside far outweighs the downside. The role of emotions. Taleb critiques emotional responses to randomness, such as overreacting to short-term outcomes or becoming paralyzed by uncertainty. He advocates for a calm, probabilistic mindset that treats outcomes as part of a broader pattern. Key lessons and takeaways. 1. Understand the role of luck. Acknowledge that luck plays a significant role in outcomes, especially in domains governed by uncertainty. 2. Avoid overinterpreting success. Don't mistake random success for skill, and be cautious of advice from experts whose track records might be the result of luck. 3. Think probabilistically. Adopt a probabilistic mindset and avoid deterministic explanations for random events. 4. Focus on risk management. Minimize exposure to catastrophic risks and embrace opportunities for disproportionate rewards. 5. Embrace uncertainty. Accept that life is inherently unpredictable and avoid becoming overly attached to specific outcomes. 6. Learn from failures. Pay attention to failures and the broader context, rather than just focusing on successes. Taleb's style and approach. Taleb's writing is both analytical and anecdotal. He combines rigorous mathematical concepts with relatable examples from history, literature, and personal experience. However, his tone can be provocative and critical, particularly when addressing conventional wisdom or experts in finance and economics. Criticisms of the book. While Fooled by Randomness is widely acclaimed, it has also faced criticism. Some readers find Taleb's tone dismissive or arrogant, particularly when critiquing experts or institutions. Others argue that his emphasis on randomness can be overstated, downplaying the role of skill or effort in success. Conclusion. Fooled by Randomness is a seminal work that challenges readers to rethink their assumptions about luck, skill, and causality. Taleb's insights are particularly relevant in an increasingly complex and uncertain world, where the ability to navigate randomness can be a decisive factor in success. By recognizing the hidden role of chance, we can make better decisions, manage risks more effectively, and approach life with greater humility and resilience. Thanks for joining me today. If you found this summary helpful and want to dive deeper into more transformative books, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Join our community of lifelong learners and stay updated on our latest book summaries and insights. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments below. What principle from this book resonated with you the most? I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, keep reading and keep growing.